What's up, football fans? I'm Al Pops, and today we're continuing our series on a 2014 Tennessee vs. Kentucky Future Stars game with Kentucky director Rico Hughes. Tell me about the history of the Tennessee vs. Kentucky Future Stars game.
Well, as far as the history is concerned, the overall event, we feel that a lot of our kids in Kentucky are getting overlooked. We feel like we've got talent. It's not considered a hotbed, but we feel like that we needed to do something to get the scholarship numbers up in Kentucky. I think the Future Stars game has assisted that greatly, getting a lot of exposures for our kids, and basically we've created a stage for these guys to utilize and perform their skill set and bring notice to themselves, get all the exposure that they desire. Josh and I have been knowing each other roughly for about a decade now. And it all started, I think I had a youth football tournament up in Louisville called the Youth Football River City Classic some years ago. And he brought his Fulton Knoxville team up to compete in it. And I think the following year he started his Rocky Top tournament, which is the biggest youth football tournament in the nation currently. And we just, had a bond. We're football guys. Josh likes to eat. I like to eat. So it's kind of it was a relationship that was really good for the kids, for us, for football, and for both states.
That's excellent. Tell us about the game this year.
Well, we're strategically placing the game in Owensboro, Kentucky this year. We want to bless the state, if you will, with the great event and the great talent. We want to touch every end of the state of Kentucky with our game and get the word out and let everyone know they have an opportunity, no matter who they play for, where they play. They can always come and try out at this game, where some events like this are kind of restricted to middle schools or political aspects. There's none of that here. So we're going to play in Owensboro, Kentucky, June the 21st. That will be, our D-Day. We're going to get after it. We'll report to camp on the 18th. We'll go 9 practices in 3 days, and then we'll play 2 games on Saturday, which will be June the 21st. So pretty much all bets are off at that point, and we're ready to go.
What was it like out there during tryouts? How was the level of competition with these athletes trying to get into the game?
Well, just to give you an example of that, Pops, we kept 8 8th grade linebackers. We usually only keep 6, but it was so close in the evaluation numbers. We couldn't split hairs. We had to keep all guys and let them fight it out in camp because, one of the unique things about this game is that it's 3 phases to our event. You have the tryout phase, which you can evaluate without pads. Then you have the camp phase, when we go to camp and we see the kids with the pads on. And then you have the game phase, where they can display their talents and all the hard work from the camp and the tryouts. So it's really unique, more so than other events like this. And it gives us an opportunity to give the kids just a well-rounded experience and a well-rounded football base to kind of catapult to.
All right, so let's start with the undercard. Tell us about the 7th grade Kentucky roster.
Well, the 7th grade squad this year has some guys returning from last year's team that were 6th graders, obviously, and they have a little momentum. They felt like we let one get away last year in a 7-0 loss, and those guys are hungry, they're eager, and they're experienced, which is more important than the front two. Shankell Knight Golf is going to be the centerpiece of that 7th grade team. There's no doubt about it. We make no secret about it, and we expect him to carry the load for that team. But we do have a great cast and his brothers and teammates that will support him and that will lead as well. So we feel real comfortable with the depth that we have, and we feel real comfortable with the overall talent that we have this year on the 7th grade team.
All righty, now let's talk about the main event. Tell us what Team Kentucky, what the Bluegrass State, is bringing with their 8th grade squad.
Wow, the 8th grade team, again, we had, I think, roughly 18 or 19 kids back from last year's team that lost a close game 7-0. We were inside the 20 with 2 minutes left and just couldn't get in the end zone. I think Tennessee scored the first drive and didn't have any success offensively the rest of the game. So we've got a lot of guys that are experienced there, a lot of guys that are eager and motivated, and they have a sense of confidence based on last year. The stage is not going to be too big for them. They know what to expect, and it's coming in more so. The excitement is going to subside, and just let your athleticism take over. So we're going to be loaded on defense, and we've got a lot of weapons offensively, where normally we would have 1 or 2 guys we would try to feature. But this year we've got 7 or 8, maybe 9 or 10 guys that we can truly have confidence in getting them the ball, getting it to the end zone, and they know what to do with it. So we're pretty confident going in here against Coach Todd Kelly's guys, and we're gonna match him up front, and then we're going to also be able to have speed to match those guys that they've traditionally been better than us at.
Rico Hughes, Team Kentucky Director for the Future Stars game, thank you for coming in with us today. Why don't you leave us with one last word about Team Kentucky?
Well, I mean, we want the state of Kentucky to support our youth in this event. There's none other like it in the state or anything else. And first of all, we want to just thank Youth1.com and you Pops for having us up to Jersey. Your hospitality has been second to none. We really appreciate what you guys do with regard to covering youth sports in depth. I think the kids benefit from it, and I don't think anyone is matching the job that you all do with that. And as far as just the Kentucky fans, we're going to come home with the victory. Whatever we have to do this year, we're going to come home with a victory this year. It's not always about winning or losing, but ultimately we got to the point that, yes, it is this year. It's about winning or losing, and we expect to win both football games this year and send Coach Todd Kelly home with a loss.
And remember, football fans, all offseason long, we'll be identifying and breaking down the top football players from these All-Star games and the nation at large. But only a Youth One Press Pass gives you access. So sign up for one and be the first to know the next crop of American football superstars today.